See, we are organizing a two-day national workshop on functional oxides, nanomaterials, which is a very important topic in the present scenario of technological applications. As we know, that nanotechnology will be the technology of the future. In coming years, everywhere you will see the nanomaterials in application. For example, in solar cell technology, solar cells are there. The nanomaterials will be in the applications, in the devices like sensors, gas sensors. They will be applied in everywhere like domestic applications, commercial applications, in paint industries, tire industries, in ceramic industries. Like you know that our Saurashtra region is famous for the ceramic industries, where we will be using the nanomaterials to increase the luster of the ceramics. The life of the ceramic goods will be increased. So that is why this 2 days workshop is of very much importance in the present context. And this way, our young students of Rajkot University, Saurashtra University will be benefited by interacting with the eminent speakers like Professor Ogle, who gave an invited talk yesterday on the solar energy conversion. Today we had a talk with by Dr. B.K. Aswal, who is coming from BRC, Baba Economic Research Center, New Delhi, and he talked about the gas sensors and applications of nano gas sensors, biosensors. We had talked by Professor Khairnar from Nanded, who is talking about the sensing applications of biosensors. So such type of interesting nanotechnology based sensors are important to the mankind.
What is the response from the students?
Oh, response from students is very actually impressive. You can see here out of so many participants, majority of the participants are our master's degree final year students, research scholars within Gujarat, outside Gujarat also. And such type of gatherings will be highly benefited for our students who get the exposure of the national, international level. And they can pursue the research in this area of nanoscience, nanotechnology and nanomaterials.
Is there any innovation that you think that it should be there?
Yeah, innovation-wise, as I am telling you, the sensors are very important. So by this way, our Department of Physics is engaged in a very important aspect of the development of the sensors, like the field sensors, temperature sensors. We have a Center of Excellence, which is sponsored by Gujarat Council of Science and Technology, Guj Coast, that gave a major grant, and our Department of Physics is identified as the first Center of Excellence in Gujarat and in nanotechnology. And so we are developing here the sensors also, and thin films are made on the suitable materials which are used for the sensor technology. We are doing the same research in our department.
Which is the burning topic in this
nanotechnology, but actually burning topic in nanotechnology is use of nanomaterials for the applications in the defense. And most important applications of nanomaterials are in the biological applications. These are one of the applications is targeted drug delivery. As you know that bio-nanomaterials are very important. So you can send the medicine wherever you want in the body. Instead of taking oral drugs, you can send the medicine wherever it is necessary. That is called as targeted drug delivery. It is very important application of these nanomaterials, which the material scientists and physicists along with the chemist people, we are developing these materials.
The beauty with the conducting polymer is that you can just make by the spin cast or drop cast method. What you have to do is that you take polypyrrole, for example, chloroform, they will be dissolved. You take a substrate, put a drop, dry it under different conditions, and they will form a film. But the problem is that addition is one problem. If you rub with your hand, it will get out, and selectivity is another issue. So we have done a smart move to mix the conducting polymers and the inorganic, for example, zinc oxide nanowires. If you make a pure polypyrrole film, it becomes like this. This is the zinc oxide nanowires. If you mix both of them together, so what happens is that these nanowires, they act like an anchoring of the polypyrrole. So you form a sheets. So normal convention way, the resistivity should decrease down because there is a better grain-to-grain connectivity. You have got these epithelium neurons. So this is called a mitral neurons also. So they are like a sensors. Okay, and these sensors are then detected and it goes to this olfactory cortex, which is the brain, which recognizes them. So in human, we have got only 10 million mitral neurons. Whereas in dogs, God has given them 100 millions. So that's why they are more sensitive. So what we essentially do is that we mimic the nose in terms of the senses. So these mitral neurons will become the sensor array. This is order, and the computer is replaced by the brain. So electronic nose is nothing but a sensor array equivalent to the mitral neurons and a computer equivalent to your brain, and which will take the information. Remember, a child is always trained. For example, a child will never know banana smell until his parents have trained him. For example, if I give you a fruit which is exclusively in Japan and say, okay, can you smell this one? 100% you will not be able to recognize it. So that is called a pattern recognition. The senses need to be trained. Okay, as the human beings are trained. Similarly, the electronic nose which we make, they need to be trained. It means a lot of parameterization goes on. So what are those parameters? For human beings, it's natural, You just show him, brain will automatically detect it. Mango, 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 and he knows what mango smell is. But for an electronic nose, you have to look for example, sensitivity, minimum to maximum, change, that could be one parameter. Other parameter, area under the curve would be other parameters. So it's very complicated. And then, so one pattern recognition is one thing. Second is the algorithm by which the data is accumulated, and then you have to describe the information. So for that, two mathematical models are there. One is called a principal component analysis, other is called the artificial neural network analysis. Both are mathematical models, but this is based on the quite simpler one, but this is exactly based on the way anywhere in this chart, it was lying somewhere here. So I have told that you are going some disease. He said, no, I am perfectly okay. So with passage of time, it was found that this fellow was suffering from the Alzheimer. Okay, so then they have gone beyond cancers, they are going for the other kind of disease also. So by just smelling, these sensors can detect the body odors. And this is a great work to be done, because this is at the beginning of the this kind of science, but I guess that in future many work will happen in this direction. And with the conclusion, hopefully I could convince you that if you are ambitious and you are interested in science and technology, measure is none. With this I thank you.